So there's been something that's been very disturbing on my mind for the past few days, and it's a report that came out by CEE, which is the Commission on Employment Equity. And basically this report states that in South Africa, we have about 80%, plus minus 80% of the working force being black people, right? And in top management position, we only have about 16% being black people. So with the working force where majority is black people, when we look into management, only about 16% is black people, meaning out of every 10 managers in South Africa, only about 1.5, so basically one, is a black person. Now, we've had many years of democracy, many years of BEE, many years of government trying to work with corporate to do this, corporate saying black people are incompetent, we need to give them time of training, and after apartheid, some were mentored, some were not. And here we are many years after that, and we still sit with a position where when we look at managers within South Africa, only 1 in every 10 is black. And this is problematic because most of the people that buy from these companies are the majority black people, 1. 2, it's problematic because, so let me give you this narrative. When we travel and we go to London and we go to New York and we go to Dubai, we go to San Francisco, we go to LA where the biggest companies are in the world, and we try and look for black managers, we find that they're non-existent. And even if they are, 1 or 2. Literally, I was in New York recently. The amount of black execs almost non-existent. And we come to Africa, a black continent, and even in Africa, South Africa, 1 in every 10 is black. It sends out a very wrong message to say black people are incompetent, or black people don't want to be in leadership, or black people are being marginalized. It sends out that message. And companies that endorse this sort of message are the reason why we have this situation that we have now. And yesterday I was at the Black Management Forum meeting, and the president of the Black Management Forum was saying that we need to take these companies to court. And I was sitting there cringing because I was like, in South Africa, a black country where black people are supposed to be leading, we must still take corporate companies to court to try and speak for black people that they're competent. It doesn't even sound right. It doesn't even make sense. We shouldn't even be having this conversation. In a world where things should be transforming, in a world where opportunities should be given to everybody, we cannot be sitting in an African continent with majority African people, over 80% of the working class black people, and they're not in management positions. Only 1 in 10. How is that even possible? How are we even speaking about taking these companies to court? How? You know, I even got to a point where I was sitting there and the president of BMF was saying that we need to donate funds to empower these lawyers to go and speak for these people. And I sat there and I said, what we're saying is, in so many years of democracy in Africa, we need to donate monies for lawyers to go and speak for black people to be given a chance to manage or run companies, or to sit on boards. Like, does that even sound right to you? Does it even make sense? But here we are, and this is the position that we're sitting with. And I think even beyond complaining, we need to see some movement, especially in people in corporate. If you're in corporate and you're well aware that in the company you work for, there is no black management, you need to raise up your voice and say something about these things. We need to be very aware of these things and become knowledgeable people, become conscious people to say, this company I will not do business with because in their management structure, they're not transformed or they're not interested in transforming. In actual fact, these are unreasonable men that are doing this. Very unreasonable. How do you say in a country with majority black people that black people are not deserving of management? What message are you putting forth? What are you trying to say about black people? That in a country where these people are ruling, they don't deserve to be ruling the corporates. And we know and we see what's going on, because after apartheid, it's the same people that were in government, who were running a racist government, that took over. They got severance packages, they got pensions, and started corporate companies. And we're seeing this trend continue. Mind you, in South Africa, we don't actually enforce BEE laws. We only enforce them when you want to do business with government. You know, I heard a statistic the other day. They were saying that in pension funds, there is no pension fund in South Africa that's fully compliant with BEE statistics. All of them are not compliant. How can we still be having these sort of things? And if we don't start speaking about these things as young people, and it's nothing to do with politics, It's everything to do with business. To say in the business community, in the business society, we need to question these things. Otherwise, 20, 30 years time, our children will ask us questions. Why is it that white people are only managers? And we will have no answers to say because we did nothing and we kept quiet. So this is a message to everybody. The CEE report is out there. Go and read it. Conscientize yourself with it. As a black person, we need to ask this question in every boardroom, in every management structure. Why are black people not leading?